So, we will continue our study on band theory of solids. So, from Kronig-Penney model, of periodic lattice, periodic potential in crystal, assuming that the square potential with barrier width is B, and potential is V 0. So, assuming B tends to 0, V tends to infinity, but V 0 B is finite. So, based on that we have got the condition for the valid solutions. So, this condition has to be satisfied. So, where alpha is I can write alpha is or alpha square is 2 m E by h cross square, and k is wave vector, basically 2 pi by lambda, and P is V 0 m V 0 B A by h cross square, hopefully h cross square. Yes. So, that is the, so we know what is B, what is A, what is V 0. So, everything I have mentioned here. So, this P is you can see here it depends on V 0 B, and V 0 B is called, V is potential barrier and B is the width of this potential barrier. So, this V 0 is called potential, this it is called potential barrier strength, okay. So, P basically depend on V 0 B. So, the P is called scattering power strength, it is called scattering power strength. So, basically electrons in lattice. So, there are barriers. So, what is the possibility of getting scattered from this barrier? So, that is the P is the measure of that scattering power of this barrier. So, here this P is very important parameter and I mentioned that from this condition we can get information about the energy, momentum and many other things of an electron when it is in crystal. Okay. So I have drawn this one earlier in earlier class. So, here left hand side, this is left hand side, and this is right hand side. Okay. So, if we plot here this left hand side, this one as a function of alpha a, so this restriction is that this left hand side has to be equal to the right hand side, and right hand side the value, maximum value is plus minus 1. So, this value between plus 1 and minus 1. So, this left hand side whatever value we will get, so that has to be equal, it cannot exceed plus minus 1. If exceeds, so that will not be allowed solution for this equation, right. So, P, you see here alpha a, this is an angle in radian. So, P has to be also in radian. So, if we take some value of P, so in last class I took this P equal to 3 pi by 2. Okay. So, you can take P equal to 6 pi. That means, when P value will increase for alpha a tends to 0. So, this term will be 1 and this term also is 1. Okay. So, but P is greater than 1, 3 pi by 2 or 6 pi by 2. Okay. So, 3 pi by 2 means it is 4.5, nearly 4.5. So, 3.14. So, it is nearly 9. So, 4.5. Okay. P value is 4.5. This is 1, this is 1. So, 5.5. So, here alpha a, this for 0 value close to tends to 0. So, its value it's around 4.5. So, this it will vary like this. Okay. So, this way it will vary, because I think I should make it slightly smaller, similar to this. Okay. So, this way this value, so when this peak value will reduce, because alpha a are increasing, so P by alpha a. So, that is with this factor it will reduce. Okay. So, but this value, only those value are allowed which are within Okay. Okay, so within pass 1 and minus 1, right. So these are higher value, these are higher value, then so these are not allowed, these are not allowed for this satisfying this equation. Okay, only this part is within this range plus 1 minus 1. So this value of alpha a, okay, it is for this value of alpha a. So this value only this value is allowed. Similarly here this value is allowed, and this part okay. So actually this has to be like this. Okay. So these value are allowed, these value are allowed. Okay. So as if so these are allowed value, allowed region, these are allowed region. Okay, these are allowed region. Another this part is forbidden, these are forbidden. Okay. So this basically then we will get this type of, for alpha a we will get basically this type of okay. So this type of allowed region. So this allowed region we tell this energy region, because alpha a, alpha is basically is depends on a. So it's we can tell that this axis is basically energy axis, and so this energy is allowed for electron in a crystal, and these region are not allowed. So these are called band, these are called band energy, where electron can and stay, and these are called, this region is called this forbidden region, forbidden region. So it's called forbidden region between two band, energy band. So it's called band gap, it's called band gap. So it will have some energy. So one can find out equating this with this relation in terms of energy. One can tell this band gap energy generally we express by Eg. Okay. So, here that is fine. So, here one thing you can see, if so I have taken p equal to 3 pi by 2, if I take p equal to 6 pi, so what will happen? So, this will start, this value will be I think this will be 16, approximately 16, wherever it was 4.5. So, it was 16, it is almost 4 times higher. So, 4 times higher. So, this curve, so basically this curve will fall sharply. Okay. So, this curve will fall sharply from here this way, it will fall sharply, right. It is a high value, then it is a, so its variation will be very sharp. Okay. When this value will be smaller, say p equal to pi, so this now it is 3 point, yeah, it is around 3.14. So, it will start from here. So, it will be more broadened. So, it will be more broadened, it will be more broadened, this kind of variation you will see. Okay. So, that means this, when p value is controlling basically this the slope of this curve between this +1 and -1. So, that means if it is the curve here, so allowed value will be this, right. So, it will be broader, and when p value is very high, so it will be sharp. So, allowed region will be just like a line, allowed region will be just like a line, right, allowed region will be just like a line. So, one can show that when p tends to infinity, very high value, so you will get, instead of this type of spectra, you will get for p equal to infinity, you will get basically line spectra, you will get basically line spectra. Okay. And when p equal to 0, when p equal to 0, then what is happening? So, this p equal to 0, so then cos alpha a equal to cos k a. Okay. So, this variation will be simply cos function, variation will be simply cos function. So, this function will be always between +1 and -1. So, all alpha a value are allowed, all energy will be allowed, right. So, this variation will be within, this variation will be okay. So, within +1 and -1, +1 and -1, right. So, all value are allowed. Here it was not allowed, because which part was not allowed, which was going out from this value +1 and -1. Okay. So, that was the forbidden. Now, no part is going out. Okay. So, all value are allowed. So, for this, for p equal to 0, whatever you will get this energy, that spectrum. So, I can draw it. So, it will be, say here, whether I can draw, or let me draw here. So, between +1 and -1, all value are allowed, all value are allowed. It is continuous, it is continuous. Okay. All value are allowed, is if it is free, electron is free to have any energy. So, it is free electron, completely free electron, and in this case when p is infinity, so this it is strongly bound with the system. So it's tight binding model, also people call tight binding model when this p tends to infinity, just forget model. So when p tends to infinity, so it's just like discrete energy level as we have seen for atom, electron in atom. Okay, electron in atom, because these are discrete, because the electrons are strongly bound with the nucleus, right. So here this type of things are happening. So its barrier is very strong, means the electron is strongly attracted by the lattice ions. Okay. So in that case we will get the discrete energy. Okay. So let us see these two extreme case when p tends to infinity and p tends to 0. When p tends to infinity, you see this term will be infinity, but it cannot be more than plus minus 1. Okay. So then this one can consider that sin alpha a has to be 0, sin alpha a has to be 0, right. It has to be 0. So that means alpha a equal to n, when it will be 0, when it is n pi, right. So that means alpha equal to n pi by a, n pi by a, n equal to plus minus 1, plus minus 2, etc. Okay. So alpha is, if I square it, alpha square equal to this square, then alpha square equal to 2 me by h cross square. Okay. So equal to this. So I can write E equal to I can write E equal to h cross square by 2m in pi by a whole square, right. So for so these the things we will get. Now we see that, I think you remember that in case of potential well, right, so electron in a potential well, here V equal to 0, but here V equal to say V0, V0 is very high. Okay. So in that case, so electron in a potential well, in that case what was the solution? If it is this length L, right, that solution was E equal to h cross square by 2m in pi by L square. So if you remember this one that we have derived earlier at the beginning of free electron theory, considering the electron in a potential well, okay, only on the surface of the crystal these electrons have barrier, but inside potential is 0 or constant. Okay, in that case we can get this type of. So we got the same solution with the periodicity of A, here lattice periodicity, and here arbitrary L we considered. So for the, that was the length of this our potential well. So periodic potential in in lattice, periodic potential in lattice. So, this potential are at periodicity is A, and when this potential is very high, pi is infinity, tends to infinity, p tends to infinity. So, when potential is very high, so we are getting this. So, as if this electrons are strongly bound in a system, in the system. So that is why this we got this energy levels. Here also we got the energy levels, right, discrete energy levels, no concept of band, electrons can stay in discrete energy levels. So, here also similar discrete energy levels, solutions are same. Okay. Now, when p equal to 0, when p equal to 0, so what we will see, this I consider p equal to infinity. Now, when p will be 0, p equal to 0, then this part 0. So, then we will get cos alpha a equal to cos k a, right, cos alpha a equal to cos k a. So, basically alpha equal to k, right. So, alpha is, so alpha square k square, alpha square is 2 me by h cross square equal to k square is 2 pi by lambda whole square, right. So, I will get E equal to so h cross square means h by 2 pi whole square, h cross square that side, then I will get this 1 by 2 m, and then I have 2 pi by lambda whole square, right. So, 2 pi square it will go. So, what I will get? So, h, so I can write, so this 2 pi square it will go, and then here h square and this 1 by lambda square. So, I can write h by, so 1 by 2 m into h by lambda whole square, right. But yes, so h by lambda, this electron, so one can treat as a wave, de Broglie wave, right. So, this is h by lambda is p. So, this is basically p square by 2 m. So, p square by 2 m, energy is p square by 2 m. This is for free particle, it is half m v square, you can write half m v square. So, this energy expression is telling us that its electron is free. So, when p equal to 0, it is telling that electron is completely free. When p equal to infinity, electrons are strongly bounded in the system. So, that is why this, when I draw the for this case p equal to 0, as I draw that allowed energy level are continuous, okay, all energy. So, electron are free in the lattice. So, that is the free electron. So, this p is the basically very important parameter which can give all, whether tell whether electron is free or whether electron is loosely bound or electron is tightly bound. Okay. So, now question is, So, now question is that this depending on p value, whether electron is free, whether electron is tightly bound, and its energy relation are different. Energy of the electron will be different depending on the situation of the crystal, the situation of the potential of the crystal, right. So, for free electron, what is the energy? So, basically energy versus k, that is important relation, energy versus k important relation for free electron. For free electron energy, we have seen that I think one can write energy equal to H cross omega, and k one can write no p momentum, p one can write H cross k. Okay. So, for free electron, that for energy and momentum relation is there. Now, in case of crystal, when the electron is in crystal and it is not free, so what will be the relation of E and K? So, that we want to find out. Second thing is that what about the mass and momentum and velocity of a electron in crystal. So, for free electron, it is according to Newtonian motion. So, acting force on the system on the electron. So, we can write m a, and m is constant of that electron or of that particle, right. Whenever we have applied force, so its acceleration will change, velocity will change, but its mass constant. So, now in this case, when that electron is in crystal, whether its mass is constant or mass varies, that is one important fact we have to see. So, we will see that m is not constant, m is varies, even m become negative. So, that is why we tell this, that mass of electron in crystal, okay, that is effective mass, and we will see that m even become negative. Okay. So, and and velocity, what about the velocity in the crystal? Velocity in the crystal or momentum in the crystal? Okay. So, that is also different. Whatever the for free electron, whatever this momentum and velocity, it's in when that electron is in crystal, its momentum and velocity also is different, its behavior is different, it completely depend on this E versus K curve relation. Okay. So, that is why E versus K relation is very important. First we have to find this relation, and then we can answer of this question, what about the mass, what about the momentum and velocity in crystal. So, I will discuss those things in next class. So, thank you for your attention.